Hello and welcome everyone. This is your weekly reading for the last week of May 2022. I quickly want to thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel. And now let's see what Spirit has in store for you this week. And hello Virgo. Let's start out with the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. So already a nice balance with your money and your challenge. Four of Swords, the Tower, Justice, and Strength. So three standalone cards in this. Big cards. So Spirit is definitely talking to you about, well, looks like you're going to need these two to deal with this one. So let's go ahead and deal with these. Even though they're the last part of your reading, Virgo, let's go ahead and address that Tower. So something this week is going to be happening for you that you definitely don't want to deal with. There's going to be some turbulence, but we know that you have to have that temporary chaos, that shakeup in order for something really good to come to you. Because of it and because of your strength to get through it. But there we go. You have strength and you have justice. So of course we know that the Justice card links very closely to Libra. So definitely look to your Libras. And as I always say, if you know someone who's a Libra, you're going to know they're Libra because they're going to tell you. These people you want to seek because they're going to be able to help you get through this. They're very emotional people too, so sometimes it takes someone who's empathetic, someone who can kind of put themselves in your shoes. So they're going to be able to help you through whatever this tower is for you this week and help you come out of the other side stronger and better for it. But you yourself are going to have the strength that you need to get through it. And we know that with the tarot strength, we're talking about your emotional strength, your heart, your fortitude, not just your brute strength. Are you strong physically? But in this case, I see you're going to have to be strong, very strong emotionally because of what's happening with the Tower. But since we have the Tower in the reading, let's go ahead and look at your challenge cards. You have the Eight of Swords and you have the Four of Swords. So the Eight of Swords does kind of speak to that sense of feeling like you're trapped in something, like your timing hasn't quite been right and you need to get it together. So just stick with it and you'll be able to figure out what you need to do. But I'm thinking, just with just with the Eight of Swords, I'm seeing that that's probably tied into your Tower. So something that you have been patient with, something that you have thought would be worth your while and worth your patience, worth your energy. I'm sorry, Virgo, it probably wasn't, and in a kind of bad way with the Tower. These two are talking to each other. So something you've had patience in and thought would come out okay for you has not, and in the worst way. So you're going to have to work through that. But remember that whatever is going on, that sense of right and wrong that Justice and your Libras out there have, it's going to come to your aid and it's going to help you with this. Now with the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords is speaking to knowing that you need to take time out before you make a big decision. So being able to break from your normal routine in order to take the time to think about and ruminate, decide, really give yourself time. So again, you have, the Eight of Swords says you have been patient. You have been giving your time and effort. You have been thinking about and standing still, thinking about what you need to do. And it still turned out kind of poorly for you, turned out badly for you. With our King of Swords, the King of Swords is speaking to being able to understand something that you haven't been able to understand before, something that has been completely foreign to you, something that you just never thought you would understand, but now it's coming to you. So with that King of Swords and with the Four of Swords, they both kind of speak of contractual, something that you really need time to think about. But also, the Four of Swords also kind of speaks of recuperation from being ill. So So if you have been ill, or perhaps that's your tower, your physical being has been in poor shape. Again, needing your strength, not so much justice, but needing someone who's on your side is always a good thing. But if that Four of Swords is speaking to health, Virgo, then you are overcoming something that you're going to need assistance with, and the Tower was you being ill. It doesn't take anything devastating. We know this. In this day and age, it doesn't take anything devastating for it. A devastating illness is what I'm speaking of. It doesn't take cancer or a heart attack. It doesn't have to be something that dire to cause that tower. It could be just being sick enough to have to miss a week of work, or having to be hospitalized for a day or two for something much less than, the ones that I mentioned. And there you go. Very, very devastating to you financially and physically, just in so many ways, just being ill. So if you're in recuperation from something that caused you a moment of chaos, something that was unexpected and detrimental to your current situation, well, again, these are going to help you. But let's look at your pentacles and see if perhaps that was what your tower was, what your tower was referring to. With the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles is speaking to perseverance and patience, and being able to wait to see what happens, the long-term outcome. So that one, because it's speaking of something that's coming up, something that you've been patient with, I don't see that it happened for you yet this week, so that could be your tower, the fact that you are waiting for something that has not come to be yet as far as finances go. So you definitely want to keep a lookout for that. And that would probably involve your justice as well, especially if whatever you were waiting for was something that was legally involved, like a lawsuit, something along those lines. And that, again, could be your tower. It was something where you were injured, you were hurt, or you did have something devastating happen, and now you're waiting for the funds from that. The Seven of Pentacles is saying that could very well be what it is. Or with the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles speaks to recognition of skills and being on the upswing, being enthusiastic and being more productive. So even though it's not happened yet, or you have been patient with it, and you have these things going on, the Tower and your challenge, that Three of Pentacles is saying that everything will work out, for the most part. Things will be in your favor, and you will be able to get that success again, to feel like you are in good standing financially. So Virgo, have faith. Even though you do have some struggle going on, looks like overall this week is going to prove to be good for you. And we know with the Tower that whatever the negativity, whatever the bad thing is that's going on, is always going to be temporary, and you will come out of it better. So that is what I'm seeing for you this week, Virgo. Thank you for joining me, and I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.